Jeff Passan just broke the news. Kyle Tucker is headed to the north side of Chicago for at least 2025. The full deal goes ahead and includes some interesting pieces. We have Isak Paredes, we have Cam Smith, and we have Hayden Wesneski all headed to Houston in exchange for Kyle Tucker. Now, for those of you who do not know, Kyle Tucker is in a contract year. This is his last season before he hits free agency. And just like Jeff Passan said, I want to go ahead and pull up the tweet here. Jeff Passan made it very clear Kyle Tucker is among the most underappreciated guys in baseball. In 78 games last year, he put up more than 4 WAR, hitting 289, 408, 585, with 23 home runs and 11 stolen bases. Since getting full-time at-bats back in 2021, he's been a consistent 5-win player. He is precisely what the Cubs need. Now, I'm going to go ahead and just pull up Kyle Tucker's baseball reference page. And while that works, I want to look at Kyle Tucker's 2023 MLB percentile rankings here on Baseball Savant. Again, if you guys aren't on Baseball Savant every single day, I don't know what you're doing. They haven't updated him to the Cubs yet because I'm sure the trade's not officially official. But if you look at these numbers, like this is MVP caliber stuff here. You see he's 96% in batting run value, 95, 94, 93. Lots of red on this page. And the best part, I think, about Kyle Tucker is the fact that he doesn't strike out. Look down here, 13.6K percentage, good for 94th percentile in all of big league baseball. Now, if we look at his 2024, he did not qualify. In fact, Baseball Savant doesn't even let us see his numbers. But he did absolutely rake. In 71 games, what did Jeff say? What did he say? 78 games last year, so not even half a season. He put up 4.7 WAR. So on pace for more than 9 WAR last season. I don't even know how to put that in perspective. For me is absolutely crazy. Hit 23 home runs with a 289 batting average, a 181 OPS plus. Now, what does OPS plus mean? For those of you who aren't aware, OPS plus takes every single hitter in baseball. The average guy, if you were to average out every hitter in baseball, the average guy would have a 100 OPS plus. That adjusts for park factor. That adjusts for a bunch of different metrics that change, like hitting on the road versus away. OPS plus is a true designator of how good a player is. 100 is average. 181 is absolutely fucking insane. A 993 OPS, I mean, the guy absolutely rakes. He has absolutely raked ever since, just like Jeff said, back in 2021. We're looking at 30, 29, and 23 home runs in his last 4 seasons. Like, imagine if he had gotten a full season last year and hit 46 home runs. People will be talking about this deal a whole lot more. He is a fringe MVP candidate. He was MVP 5 back in 2023, and he's gotten MVP votes all the way every year that he has gotten consistent at bats. I guess looks like he did get consistent at bats back in 2020, but I mean, what can you do? It's the COVID season. So, what does this mean? Well, let's go ahead and look up roster resource. For those of you who aren't aware, this is what a lot of people look at when it comes to teams and what's going on. But we're going to the NL Central. We're going to look at the Cubs. So where are the Cubs sitting right now in terms of their depth chart? What is going on with their entire team, basically? So when you look right now, see, they've already updated it. Right now, their lineup is looking like Ian Happ, Kyle Tucker, Seiya Suzuki, Cody Bellinger, Dansby Swanson, Michael Busch, Nico Horner, Matt Shaw. Don't think Matt Shaw is going to be their third baseman, and then Miguel Amaya. What does that look like over the course of 162? Well, when you factor in the fact that they got guys like Pete Crow Armstrong that are looking to hopefully have a really good season here soon. I have high hopes for PCA. Absolutely love him. Got guys like Matt Tice. Matt Tice not quite at his age 30 season yet. The development's done on him, but he had a little bit more expectation than we ended up getting out of him. What does their rotation look like? Well, the rotation is better than people give them credit for, okay? We have guys like Shota Imanaga, Justin Steele, Jameson Taillon, Matthew Boyd, and Javier Assad. I think Javier Assad might be kind of slept on. When you look at their ERAs over 2024, look at every single one of them in the threes. Every single one of them in the threes. So when we talk about the Cubs, a team that underachieved last season under new management with Craig Counsell, the Cubs are in a big way, like, ready to rock and roll now. When you look at this lineup, the lineup that we're looking at here is super, super, like, effective. I still think Matt Shaw's probably not going to be the guy at third base. He was drafted 13th overall in 2023. He's very, very young, right? 23 years old. Maybe he works out. Okay, he's the number 41 prospect in all of baseball. Maybe he works out. The number 2 prospect in that organization. I just don't know if he's going to be the guy that... I'm not going to put that bad juju on the Cubs. I'm not going to do it because I know that we have a lot of... maybe one of the most pull we have as far as fan bases in this show goes is the Cubs fans. And I know that you guys want to be high on Matt Shaw. I've made the decision. I'm high on Matt Shaw. Let's fucking do it. He's playing third base. This Cubs team is good. Like, unequivocally, this Cubs team has somewhere to go this season. They have work that they can do. Let's look at their bullpen real quick and talk about what is going on there. So we've got Porter Hodge, Tyson Milne, Pearson, Keegan. It's not particularly inspiring, but none of them are like absolute bedwetters, except maybe Julian Merriweather. It's okay. We can fix the bullpen, right, guys? Genuinely excited. Genuinely on the up about this move for the Cubs. Now, what I want to do, one more thing, and talk about what happened to the Houston Astros. Because when we look at roster resource, what did the Houston Astros project with this trade? Now, who did they receive? Well, the biggest piece is, of course, Isaac Paredes. He's going to go ahead and play third base, probably maybe some first base for this Houston Astros team. This is a team that, yes, they did, in fact, just trade away their best bat in their lineup. That is true. What does that mean for them? Well, not much, considering the fact that, especially with the addition of Isaac Paredes, even though they are losing Alex Bregman, presumably in the offseason, this team is still very competitive in a very weak AL West division. The Rangers are ready to rock and roll. The Rangers are certainly ready to rock and roll, and I'm sure me and Anthony are going to talk tonight when we record our episode about how the Rangers are ready to go. But for the Astros, what this means is very little. They managed to capitalize on a guy in Isaac Paredes, who I want to look him up on Spotrac. I don't remember exactly what this means for him as far as how many years of control, but we can go ahead and find that out right now. Oh, I didn't show you guys the roster resource for the Astros here. Let's look at it again. Jose Altuve, Isaac Paredes, Yordan Alvarez, Yainer Diaz, John Singleton, Jeremy Pena, Chas McCormick, Taylor Trammell, and Jake Myers. That's not a bad lineup. I don't care who you are. I'll take any lineup with Jose Altuve, Paredes, Alvarez, Jeremy Pena, and Chas McCormick in it. Every single one of those guys can produce. Every single one of those guys can hit the ball out of the ballpark. Yeah, definitely, especially if guys like Pena have a good season, if guys like Chas McCormick have a good season, I think you're going to have a good time with that lineup. Their bench, I mean, you got a guy like Mauricio Dubon on there, and nothing crazy there. But then we look at their rotation, and we start to get a little iffy, like what's going to happen next season. Because we have Framber Valdez. We know Framber Valdez. We love Framber Valdez. We have Ronel Blanco. We remember him from last year. But then we get to guys like Spencer Arrighetti, and we get to guys like Luis Garcia. Now, Spencer Arrighetti has a lot of room to grow. He had a couple very good starts last season. One of them particularly happened against my Red Sox. But Luis Garcia is another guy that has been on the team for a while. Like, is he going to have a breakout season, or is he just going to be that fifth starter? That's okay. It can work no matter what you say about their rotation. They have a few guys that are okay. Like Framber Valdez, I kind of am always waiting for the wheels to fall off of him. Ronel Blanco was last year a fluke. We're certainly going to find out. It just gets so hard once you get past Framber, Ronel, and Hunter Brown even. I'm not completely sold on. Spencer Arrighetti and Luis Garcia scare me. They definitely scare me. Especially, I mean, Justin Verlander walks in your rotation, doesn't have that leadership presence. Maybe Framber's that guy. I don't know. But we're certainly going to see their bullpens. The bullpen is the Astros bullpen. I think they severely underachieved last season. I think that they're going to step it up this upcoming season. Josh Hader, Brian Abreu, Ryan Presley, Red Sox legend Caleb Ort. I think that I'm pretty sure that this roster is going to be this bullpen is going to be just fine moving forward, especially because they've got guys like, Lance McCullers. Christian Javier is going to come back at some point, maybe towards the end of the season. And then JP France, who knows? Who knows when we're going to see him. I don't think long story short, I think that the Cubs got significantly better. And I think that the Astros, I don't know. I think the Astros are still going to contend. So let's look at a guy like Paredes real quick. Oops, it's E. Paredes. It's not Parades, it's Paredes. Isaac Paredes already updated as a Houston Astro. I love these sites. Okay, so where is he right now? He's making $6,280,000 this upcoming season. Has 2 more years of ARB, so 3 total years of control of Isaac Paredes for the Houston Astros. That's an upgrade no matter which way you slice it. I also do not think that this move means that Alex Bregman is 100% not coming back to the Houston Astros. Alex Bregman could still sign with the Houston Astros, and you just move Paredes to first, which first has been a pretty big need for the Astros for a couple seasons now, once Jose Abreu didn't pan out with them. So, hey, what do you guys think? Is Isaac Paredes a huge addition to the Astros? Who won the trade? I think we all kind of agree that Kyle Tucker won the trade, but maybe you guys know more than I do. Appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you tune in tonight when I drop the next episode. After me and Anthony are done recording, I'm uploading the next episode of the Late Night Baseball Show. Thanks, guys.